Tiger Beats.
So this is my room. Yeah, I'm pretty much packed for tomorrow. Thought we was gonna leave. So let's get a recap. We're in a city called Union, I believe, and we just won our second tournament. The first game we played a series of 3 games. The first game, we lost by 10 to the Lithuanian team. I mean, some factors had into play, but pretty much our energy was pretty much down that game. We actually got the lead down. They were beating us by 20, and we got it down to 8, and they made an extra shot, so we ended up losing by 10. And I wanted these guys to rest that day because we had to travel a lot that day, and we didn't get in, you know, till like very late, and guys only probably had like maybe 4 hours of sleep. So, and then we had practice. They scheduled us always the earliest practice, and then after practice, they wanted us to do like the interviews and all this other stuff that the other teams don't have to do. Since we're the Team USA, we had to do all this extra stuff. So, pretty much, we lost that game. But the next game, we end up winning by like 35, I believe. And we had like 15 dunks. So we had like a top 10 play. And we basically could have had all top 10 of our dunks as we played the Italian team. And those guys are awesome, but they just don't have a team to compete, um, with us. So we kind of smacked them pretty easily. And, I try to keep it within 20 points, but, I couldn't tell my players nothing. My players, they always want to win by more. So we ended up winning by like 35. The last game we played last night, we played against the CBA team, Fusion Sturgeons, and one of the LA guys, Pooh Jeter. I actually played against him in LA at the Nike Pro City a couple years back. He actually plays for this team, and he's actually on the Ukrainian national team as a point guard. But for the most part, it was a good game in the beginning, and we actually got ahead, put them in foul trouble. Um, the refs didn't really. They were kind of fair, as fair as they could be, you know. Um, because the previous game, the Lithuanian team, they ended up losing by 30 points. Yeah, they didn't get no calls red. But we end up winning by 18 last night to take the overall, I guess, lead. They won two. I think it was all even. Like everyone was 2-1, from what I believe. Everyone was 2-1. You know, aside from the Italian team, since the 4 teams. So it came down mostly to like a points difference. So we was in first place. Second place was the Chinese, and third was the Lithuanians. And today is actually a day for us to relax. They actually had stuff going on early in the morning. I didn't decide to go out. I wanted to sleep in and catch bases with the bed. um, Normally I would exercise today. I'm not sure if I'm gonna exercise, but I'm normally on like a routine right now, just to just to stay fit and stay in shape. Because after this trip, um, I'm actually gonna retire from the game of basketball. So these next couple episode or two or whatever the case is, how I ever cut it up, these will be the last of the journey of a basketball player. And you would, if all my guys that have been watching, I'm gonna start a new journey. I announced my new journey afterwards, and I'll give you the reason why I decided to go down that path instead of this. But I mean, for the most part, I can give you a brief understanding. The game of basketball has changed, significantly from my, professional year. When I came in, my playing my first year overseas was pretty much the hardest year to play because of the NBA lockout. So that lockout has, had a trickle effect on, professional basketball because GMs and owners, and coaches believe that they can got the same, NBA stature guys at that time, for a low price, and they try to get, that same level of talent for the same price, which in reality can't happen. Those guys are, high level guys and get paid pretty well, and for the most part, it is driven down the market for guys that play professionally. Every year there's so many guys, and I was just talking to the Croatian coach for the Chinese team. There's so many guys and not enough jobs, and I feel like I beat the odds already playing professional basketball from my standpoint of playing uh, D2. You know, getting a late scholarship out of high school, being the last person on and off the team on my high school team, and still getting an athletic scholarship when guys that were on the team that started, didn't get scholarships at all. Aside from my best friend Brandon, like everybody else, if it was an academic scholarship, they didn't get an athletic scholarship. And our school bred basketball players. We were a powerhouse, so it's kind of crazy, you know. But fast forward to everything now. Uh, the game for me is it's I guess I wouldn't say watered down, but it's becoming more. I would say people are becoming more greedy within the game and not respecting, the game and the players so much. Um, Even on this tour, it's evident, of what we're running around to do as far as American guys. And I'm coaching this time, due to, um, something wrong with my knee. I wanted to be, fully healthy. And I felt like if I can't perform on the court, at full speed, it makes no sense for me to be in shape if I can't use, my full ability on the court. So, um, my, as far as my knees been getting stronger, and uh, I've been having, not too many problems with it. It's like minimal. It's getting stronger and stronger. That's all I could hope for. But still being, lowballed and stuff of that nature. Guys not respecting, contracts or respecting the level of play from guys and, abusing, I guess, their power, um, and not caring. You know, the biggest thing for me, since I knew for this tournament, was to keep my guys healthy. Last tournament, we lost a guy because of he tried to do too much on the other end, and he ended up, you know, stretching and popping something. And this time around, I didn't want the same stuff to happen because guys got to get adequate rest and sleep and have recovery time. Um, for me, it's like I said, uh, just going around the loop and doing this basketball journey this year. You know, I felt this was my last hoorah anyway. This was the year it did get signed or I don't get signed, and then I'll go from there. But I feel like right now it's time to take my talents because I have more than just basketball talents. I was blessed with that other stuff too. Other talents as well and gifts that God gave me. So I felt like it was it's time. While I'm still young, in my 30s, I'm still in my you know what I would say, not mid 30s, but young 30s. I'm still in my young 30s to enjoy myself, and this is normally the time you enjoy yourself. So I'm still in my prime career. I feel like my body is still good. I can still do other things, and with the right nutrition and fitness and exercise, I can explore and do something else. So that's the reason why I am giving up the game of basketball, and it's time to let the young guys have the position. You don't want to be that old guy just taking up space and stealing checks. So I'm like, you know what? It's their time to shine, and I'm big on letting the young guys take over and carry the torch, so they can pass it on to the next generation of ballers. Um, Pretty much other than that, this is my first time coaching professionally, and it's probably gonna be my last time because I'm not really an X's and O's kind of guy. Even though I have experience doing this, coaching as far as like this, like professionally with professional guys, it's not for me. I would if I was to do it, I couldn't be a head coach. I could be like an assistant. Help the guys develop. Train them, scout. Like other than X's and O's, I feel like talk to the guys, motivate the guys in other ways. Get their confidence up, work with them. But as far as setting plays and running a system, um, that's not really my forte or strong suit. Now I can get strong at it. It's just I don't really want to. in a nutshell, um, I'm stepping away from basketball, but as far as playing professionally, but if it was like my kids' team, I'll probably coach the kids' team as a volunteer. They needed a volunteer coach or anything like that. I mean, aside for that, the training part, I'll train, help train kids and athletes and stuff as such. But um, for basketball, I really don't want to touch a basketball. I've been slowly deleting all my basketball stuff on my Facebook. Um, Anything that reminds me of basketball on my Instagram, if you're not like a close friend or something like that, that I met through basketball, I really have been deleting my followers, and who I've been following. So, basketball for me is, I guess right now I'm thinking it's over. In my mind, I'm done. You know, I'm just trying to get through these last couple weeks, get paid my little money that they promised me here, because it really is little. Kind of get got screwed. That's another reason. But you know, it's when it gets to like this point, I feel like, you should know yourself and should know who you are. There's guys that are chasing a dream, and there's nothing wrong with chasing a dream, but sometimes you just got to be realistic. And I got kids, and my kids miss me more and more. And I told myself, if once they get to a certain level, I will want to be there, full time, more full time. And the next path that I take, I'll be home closer, and I get to travel. Don't get me wrong and stuff, but I'll be normally traveling within the United States, and on those kind of trips, I can at least take the kids, for with me if I wanted to, and they can experience the whole experience, another city and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, but um, we'll see what's going on. We'll see this journey, where this journey takes me this time in China, because this is my second time here. It's probably not going to be my last time, just my last time playing, not playing, but basketball related. It'll be my last time doing anything basketball related over here. Other than that, I'm chilling, enjoying the city. You can check out my view.